I didn't decide to stop reaching. It just happened one day. I noticed my hands were empty, not because you took something, but because I stopped offering. No anger, no speech, no final message waiting to be read, just a pause that never ended. And in that pause I felt something unfamiliar, not sadness, not longing, space. I used to reach without thinking, now I think and don't. I don't reach anymore, not because it hurts, but because it doesn't matter. Because peace feels quieter than hope. I stopped checking if you replied, stopped rewriting messages in my head, stopped wondering if today would be the day you showed up differently. I didn't replace you, I didn't harden, I didn't become cold, I just became complete without explanation. And that's when I realized how much energy change used to cost me, used to cost me. I don't read between breaths anymore, I don't reach anymore. I don't reach anymore, my hands know where to rest. I don't reach anymore, and somehow that feels like progress, and somehow that feels like progress. There's no drama in letting go like this. No witnesses, no soundtrack, just a nervous system learning it doesn't have to brace anymore. And maybe that's what healing actually looks like. Not feeling better, but feeling less pulled. I don't reach anymore, and nothing collapsing. I don't reach anymore, and everything stays. I didn't lose you, I stopped reaching. I used to think If I loved you better, you become someone who could stay. If I explained more clearly, waited more patiently, heard more quietly, you finally understand how to love me back. But that was never my job. You weren't unfinished, you weren't confused, you were simply who you are. And I was exhausted, trying to turn that into something else. So I stopped correcting you, stopped translating your silence, stopped hoping your limits will someday stretch for me. You don't need fixing, I don't need proving, I don't need proofing. I'll let you be who you are without defending it. I'll let you be who you are without carrying it. I'll let you be who you are. And I step back into my hand. I no longer ask why you couldn't show up. I no longer replay what I could have done differently. I see now, you gave exactly what you were capable of. No more, no less. And that truth doesn't need anger to be real. It just needs honesty. You weren't wrong, I wasn't wrong. We were just incompatible at the level of emotional responsibility. And forcing alignment was hurting us both. Understanding doesn't mean staying. I let you be who you are without explaining myself. I let you be who you are without abandoning myself. I let you be who you are, and I don't need anything else from you. There's a quiet relief in not needing to intervene anymore. Not managing your moves, not absorbing your distance, not shrinking to make space for your fear. I don't watch for your growth, I don't wait for your readiness. I release the role of witness to your becoming. That journey belongs to you, and mine has finally turned inward. I let you be who you are, and I breathe again. I let you be who you are, and I don't need distance to punish you. I don't need distance to stop confusing acceptance with endurance. Letting you be who you are is not approval, it's clarity. It's saying, I see you fully and I know this doesn't work for me. No blame, no drama, no waiting. Just truth settling quietly into my body, into my body. I let you be who you are, and I let myself move on. I let you be who you are, and I don't look back to check. I didn't lose you, I stopped trying to make you different. And that was the beginning of my peace. For a long time, I thought closure was something you gave me, an explanation, an apology, a moment where you finally said the right thing in the right tone with the right timing. I waited for a conversation that would make it all make sense. I imagined us sitting calmly, speaking honestly, untangling everything that went wrong. But that conversation never arrived, and slowly I understood why. Because people who avoid clarity don't suddenly offer it at the end. They leave the same way they loved, in pieces and pauses and unfinished sentences. I was waiting for you to give me something you never gave while we were together. Closure isn't a conversation, it's a decision. Closure isn't an answer, it's acceptance. I used to believe one last conversation would free me, that if I heard you say I'm sorry, or I tried, or I didn't know how, my heart would finally settle. But now I see that was just another way of staying connected, another excuse to reopen a door that was already hurting me. I didn't need another explanation, I already had the pattern, I already had the evidence, I already had the experience of being there and still not being met. What more could words have given me? Sometimes the need for closure is just the need to not let go yet. Closure isn't a conversation, it's a boundary. Closure isn't mutual, it's personal. It's personal, it's personal. There was a moment, quiet, unremarkable, when I stopped hoping you would reach out with clarity. Not because I gave up, but because I grew up emotionally. I realized I didn't need your permission to move on. I didn't need your understanding, you understand myself. And I definitely didn't need another emotion in incomplete exchange to feel whole. I stopped rehearsing what I would say if you ever asked to talk, because I already said everything that mattered through my presence, my patience, my staying longer than I should have. Closure isn't a conversation, it's when I stop reaching. Closure isn't a conversation, it's when I stop reaching. Closure happened the day I stopped checking if you understood me, the day I stopped needing to be seen by someone who looked away every time it mattered. Closure happened when I realized your silence wasn't confusion. It was your answer, not an answer I like, but an answer nonetheless. I don't need to ask why you couldn't show up now, because you didn't know how. And that's not something a conversation fixes, that's something distance clarifies. Closure is when I choose to stop explaining myself to someone who never listened fully. Closure is when I stop asking for emotional labor from someone who avoided it consistently. Closure is internal, final, quiet. Closure isn't a conversation. Closure isn't a conversation. Closure isn't a conversation. We don't need to agree on what happened, we don't need a shared narrative to move forward. I don't need you to validate my pain for it to be real. I don't need you to admit fault for me to forgive myself for staying too long. Some endings don't come with closure, they come with clarity, and clarity was enough. I used to explain myself as if my feelings were a debate. As if my boundaries needed footnotes. As if my discomfort required evidence to be valid. I clarified, I softened, I over-articulated, all so I wouldn't be misunderstood. But what I didn't see then was that I wasn't being misunderstood. I was being unconsiderate, and no amount of explaining changes that. I don't argue with my truth anymore. I stopped explaining myself, and the world didn't collapse. I stopped explaining myself, and something in me relaxed. Explaining, rejecting, baby, because I was wrong, but because I was afraid of losing connection. I explained my needs so they wouldn't feel heavy. I explained my hurt so it wouldn't feel like blame. I explained myself so it wouldn't feel like distance. But every explanation moved me further from myself. Because when you keep explaining, you teach people that your boundaries aren't negotiable, and mine were never meant to be discussed. Clarity isn't loud, it's final. I stopped explaining myself, and I stopped feeling small. I stopped explaining myself, and I stopped justifying what I already know. Silence used to scare me. I thought it meant I was losing ground. Now I see silence is where my authority lies. I don't need to convince, I don't need to persuade, I don't need to be understood by everyone. I just need to be aligned, and alignment doesn't argue. I stopped explaining myself, and my breath got deeper. I no longer respond to questions that aren't asked in good faith. I no longer explain my boundaries to people who repeatedly crossed them. I no longer clarify my absence to those who ignored my presence. I let my actions be the explanation. I let my distance be the answer. I let my peace be the conclusion. I stopped explaining myself, and I finally felt heard by me. I don't know clarity to people who chose confusion. you became work, not the kind of work that builds, but the kind that compensates. I managed your moods, translated your silences, lowered my needs so you wouldn't feel pressure to rise. I carried conversations, you avoided, held space. You never learned how to hold back, and I told myself this is what love looks like: effort, patience, understanding. But love isn't supposed to feel like a full-time job with no pay and no days off. I mistook endurance for devotion. Loving you isn't my job anymore. I clocked out quietly. Loving you isn't my job anymore. I gave notice to the part of me that kept overworking, that kept overworking. Checking in, holding space, repairing what you wouldn't address. I filled in the gaps you left unattended, not because you asked, but because I cared. But care without reciprocity becomes self-erasure, and I don't disappear to keep someone else comfortable anymore. Your feelings are yours to process, your healing is yours to choose. Your growth is yours to initiate. I release myself from the rope you never officially gave me, but happily let me perform. Love is not unpaid labor. Loving you isn't my job anymore. I don't manage your emotions. Loving you isn't my job anymore. I don't carry your avoidance. Loving you isn't my job anymore. And I don't feel guilty for finally resting. At first I felt guilty, because when you stop overgiving, it looks like distance to people who benefited from your exhaustion. I question myself, am I cold now? Am I selfish? Am I withholding love? But guilt is often just the echo of an old road trying to pull you back in, and I don't answer to that echo anymore. I didn't stop loving because I stopped caring. I stopped loving because I started caring about myself. Loving you isn't my job anymore. I didn't fail on myself. Breeze out the resolution, assumption. After resignation, I don't wake up thinking about what you need from me today. I don't fall asleep replaying conversations I should have handled better. I let things remain unresolved if they aren't mine to resolve. The space, that quiet, that neutrality, that's not indifference. That's not indifference. That's balance returning. I did my share. I did more than my share. And now I do what's mine and leave the rest where it belongs. Loving you isn't my job anymore, and for the first time, love feels like thought it meant I was broken, that something essential had shut down inside me. But now I understand, this isn't numbness, this is what happens after your body stops preparing for impact. No racing thoughts, no tight chest, no rehearsed conversations that never happened. Just space, nothing isn't empty, nothing is quiet. I feel nothing, and that's peace. I feel nothing, and nothing is fine in a knockoff body. My shoulders don't rise when my phone lights up. My breath doesn't change when I hear your name. My mind doesn't scan for meaning in neutral moments. This is what regulation feels like. Not happiness, not relief, just stability. Oh, my nervous system's no longer waiting for something to go wrong, and that alone feels like rest. I'm not avoiding emotion, I'm not chasing it either. I feel then nothing, I feel nothing, and that's peace. No pull, no push, no aftermath. Oh, I used to confuse intensity with connection. If it didn't hurt, I thought it didn't matter. But pain isn't death, chaos isn't passion, urgency isn't love. This calm, this neutrality, this emotional flatline isn't emptiness, it's balance after imbalance. Imbalance feels unfamiliar when you've lived in survival mode. I feel nothing, and for once I feel safe. I feel nothing, and for once I feel safe. I feel nothing. I don't wake up with emotional urgency. I don't scan the day for triggers. I don't need distraction to escape my thoughts. The stillness isn't dramatic enough to post about, but it's real. It's the absence of reactivity. It's my body trusting the moment instead of bracing for it. I don't feel nothing because I shut down. I feel nothing, and that's peace. No need to label it, no need to fix it. I feel nothing, and that's peace. No need to label it, no need to fix it. Silence doesn't scare me now. It holds me. Somewhere along the way, loving you became work, not the kind of work that builds, but the kind that compensates. I managed your moods, translated your silence, lowered my knees so you wouldn't feel pressure to rise. I carried conversations you avoided, held space you never learned how to hold back. And I told myself this is what love looks like, effort, patience, understanding. But love isn't supposed to feel like a full-time job with no pay and no days off. I mistook endurance for devotion. Loving you isn't my job anymore. I clocked out quietly. Loving you isn't my job anymore. I gave notice to the part of me that kept overworking. I used to do the emotional heavy lifting, checking in, holding space, repairing what you wouldn't address. I filled in the gaps you left unattended, not because you asked, but because I care. But care without reciprocity becomes self-erasure, and I don't disappear to keep someone else comfortable anymore. Your feelings are yours to process, your healing is yours to choose, your growth is yours to initiate. I release myself from the role you never officially gave me, but happily let me perform. Love is not unpaid. Loving you isn't my job anymore. I don't manage your emotions. Loving you isn't my job anymore. I don't carry your burden, shoving on. Loving you isn't my job anymore, and I don't feel guilty for finally resting. At first I felt guilty, because when you stop overgiving, it looks like distance to people who benefited from your exhaustion. I question myself, am I cold now? Am I selfish? Am I withholding love? But guilt is often just the echo of an old road trying to pull you back in, and I don't answer to that echo anymore. I didn't stop loving because I stopped caring. I stopped loving because I started caring about myself. Loving you isn't my job anymore. Oh, I didn't fail, I resigned. Pieced after hesitation. I don't wake up thinking about what you need from me today. I don't fall asleep replaying conversations I should have handled better. I let things remain unresolved. If they aren't mine to resolve, that space, that quiet, that neutrality, that's not indifference, that's balance returning. I did my share, I did more than my share. Now I do what's mine and leave the rest where it belongs. And you isn't my job anymore. And for the first time, love feels light again. There was a time when feeling was broken. There's something essential that shut down inside me. But now I understand. This isn't numbness. This is what happens after your body stops preparing for impact. No racing thoughts, no tight chest, no rehearsed conversations that never happened, just space. Nothing isn't empty, nothing is quiet. I feel nothing. I feel nothing, and that's peace. I feel nothing, and nothing is finally my shoulders don't rise when my phone lights up. My breath doesn't change when I hear your name. My mind doesn't scan for meaning in neutral moments. This is what regulation feels like. Not happiness, not relief, just ability. My nervous system is no longer waiting for something to go wrong, and that alone feels like rest. I'm not avoiding emotion, I'm not chasing it either. I'm not chasing it either. I'm not chasing it. I feel nothing, and that's peace. No pull, no push, no aftermath. Path to the mat. I used to confuse intensity with connection. If it didn't hurt, I thought it didn't matter. But pain isn't depth, chaos isn't passion, urgency isn't love. This calm, this neutrality, this emotional flatline isn't emptiness, it's balance. After imbalance, imbalance feels unfamiliar when you've lived in survival mode. I feel nothing, and for once that feels safe. I feel nothing, and for once that feels safe. I feel nothing, and for once I feel nothing. I don't wake up with emotional urgency. I don't scan the day for triggers. I don't need a distraction to escape my thoughts. The stillness isn't dramatic enough to boast about, but it's real. It's the absence of reactivity. It's my body trusting the moment instead of bracing for it. I don't feel nothing because I shut down. I feel nothing, I feel nothing, I feel nothing, and that's peace. Need to labor, no fades, long fame is it. Silence doesn't scare me now, it holds me.